Hi guys, Joel here. Getting near the end of January. Thought it was important that we go back and look at 2025, kind of a year in review in the real estate market in our area. Can see where some things are trending and maybe where things are heading into 2026. Let's get into it. So, looking at some of the numbers comparing 2025 to 2024, our sales numbers were almost identical. Very interesting there. Not sure how often that happens. You have also the identical number of sales. That'll give us some really interesting data. Inventory down 22% from 2024. Keep in mind, 2024 was already very low and much below the 10-year average. So we'll see how that moves ahead in the next slide. Average price, 7.6% up from 2024. Keep in mind, 2024 for an average sale price in our area was a record high. So we have a new all-time high at $282,000 average price in our area, which is excellent for all our homeowners. And new listings, not surprisingly, with our inventory being down so low, new listings. There weren't as many new listings coming available in 2025 as there were in 2024. So, like I mentioned, I think it's important to review the current year to the previous year, but it's also really important to compare the current year to the last 10 years, and that can give us a really good understanding of where we are in terms of activity and pricing and stuff, a lot more than the year before in some cases. In the cases of sales, we showed that there was no change from the previous year, and then when we look at the 10-year average, we can see that it was an above average year in terms of number of sales. We were up 12% from the 10-year average of 470 sales per year. Inventory, very big indicator on how low our inventory is. As we can see, we were down almost 51% from a 10-year average of 299 homes on the market. We need those new homes on the market. If you're thinking of selling, it's a great time. Average pricing, as we can see, average pricing over the last 10 years was $242,000. We were up almost 17% higher than the average price from the last 10 years, which is great. We set a new record high in that $280,000 range that I mentioned previously. And new listings, we can see again that new listings are slower to come to market, probably because there's not as many places for people to go. But we can see from a new listing perspective that we are 19% lower than a 10-year average of how many new homes are coming on the market within the year. So I think this is an interesting graph to show what the difference in 2025 was in terms of the market hotspots versus in 2024. As we can see closer to the left of the graph, we had more sales in the $100,000 to $200,000 and $200,000 to $300,000 range in 2024 versus 2025. And then if we move more to the right, the gray bars indicating 2025, we had higher sales in $300,000 to $400,000 and $400,000 to $500,000. I think that's partially because the average prices were going up. I think markets in general are going up, but also has to do with the reduced interest rates that we've seen in the last year in 2025, which we can review in the next slide. Moving even more to the right, as we can see, even in the ranges from $600,000 to $700,000 and $700,000 plus, we had more sales in our area in those price ranges, obviously unlocking buyers' buying power with having a better rate as well. So lastly, just wanted to keep you guys informed and kind of explain the interest rate and how that affected some of our pricing potentially. As we can see, we started the year at that Canada key interest rate of 3%, and over the course of the year, that worked its way down to 2.75, held for a few months, worked its way down to 2.5, and then now we are currently at 2.25% for that key interest rate. We did see mortgage rates in terms of real estate continue to go down, but they're not going to keep going down to the point of that 3% mortgage rate that we saw before. I think they're trying to stay away from that in terms of keeping inflationary costs on housing down a little bit. But definitely, I do think that especially in some of the higher pricing ranges of homes, that definitely helps spur some more sales in those higher ranges for sure. I hope you guys found this video informative and helpful. And if you guys have any questions on your own situation in the real estate market or our market in general, in any way I can help, please give me a call or a text. I'd love to talk to you. I'd love talking real estate, and I'd love to help you out. Thanks for your time, and yeah, please call anytime.